brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Mornings at the Cabin, indeed. Wheeler and Lecter with you on your Monday morning. It is a balmy -10 outside. I don't know, put on your shorts. Go on your skivvies. It's time to get down. It's a Monday morning. We're here with you. We don't even need to put on the fire this morning at the Cabin. We're just going to hang out, talk some smack. I feel bad. Over the weekend, one of our reporters, Sarah Sibley, celebrated her 23rd birthday. And that's insane to me.
That's as big as birthdays get.
That's right. Everybody's angling for that 23rd. Forget 16. Forget 13. Forget 21. Forget 18. Forget everything you've heard about 30 or 40 or 50 or 60. 23.
It's when you enter your prime.
That's right. It's the 23andMe. It's the genetics year. This is the year she finds out what she actually is. I'm going to guess a mixture of white with other whites. You know, I do love it when people put that up on their, they have their ethnic background on their dating profile or their Facebook profile. It's like, my mother's Hispanic, my father is this or whatever. And like, it's usually meant to kind of like show like a real lineage. Like I'm kind of a mixed bag. I'm from here. I'm from over here.
Right.
And then I saw one yesterday, and this is nothing against people from anywhere, but it was like, I'm a real mixed breed. Part Irish, part Scottish, a little bit of German. It's like, okay.
And just a dash of Dutch.
A dash of also white. I thought that was kind of funny. I'm from here. I'm from there. I'm from the same island and just a little bit of ways from that island. There we go. My people have stayed in the same place the entire time. That's fine. I thought that was funny, but I felt a little bad that I didn't get her a birthday present, so that's what I'm doing this morning. Lecter and I are going to find her the perfect gift. Well, I am. Lecter's going to help me.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Mornings at the Cabin brought to you by Aurora Ford. Driving the North, the year-end sales event extended.
What?
To February 1st. That's right. And also, they're going to be in the studio just a little bit later on this morning. I forgot about that.
It's the 2021?
The 2021.
Year-end event?
Yeah. So the year-end event for 2020 has been extended to February 1st.
Oh, wow.
That's right. Your chance to get all these great deals for 2020.
Right now.
For the end of 2020. That's right. Okay, so the search continues for the perfect gift for Sarah Sibley and her 23rd birthday. Like I said, didn't forget her birthday. I might have been, I remembered. Lecter forgot, but he actually attended the birthday. I did not. I was not available. I was asleep.
I have incredible luck that way.
You do.
Forgot about it.
Yeah.
Showed up.
Yeah.
And everyone was none the wiser.
None the wiser. Well, now they are. Now they're all the wiser.
I just came for a quiet drink by myself.
Yeah, and
here you all are.
Was it a good turnout? Was everyone there?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Pretty much everyone.
Right on.
Gang. Yeah.
Good.
Save for Mr. Jesse Wheeler.
Well, that's what you get.
Which was her only birthday wish, by the way.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, you know what? I'm going to miss this, and I know it's her only birthday wish. So, what are you going to do?
Should we summon her? To the,
no. No, not at all. Because this has to be partially a surprise, even though we're talking about it on the air. But she may not be listening right now, so that's fine.
Right.
You know what Cameo is?
I do.
Okay. I think that's what I'm going to get her for her birthday.
Okay.
Is a Cameo.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Cameo is a service where you can request a shout out, a birthday wish, a bar mitzvah wish, get some advice, a roast from a celebrity, right? And you pay them a little bit of money, and they send back a personalized message. It's become wildly popular over the last year. It's a cool idea to have someone, like someone's favorite actor, if they happen to be on Cameo, to be like, hey, so-and-so, happy birthday from your man, Charlie Pride. Oh, damn. R.I.P. You know what I'm talking about. Anyone that you can think of. We've talked about this before on the program, and there's some great ones here. There's some great ones. Like, for example, Brian Baumgartner from The Office. Kevin from The Office last year made $1 million. Right.
Yeah. Is it Kevin? Yeah, Kevin from The Office.
And we were talking about the Soup Nazi from Seinfeld.
Soup Nazi's on there.
Like almost $1 million.
Almost $1 million bucks.
Figures.
Like, yeah, and he's like right now, you can get the Soup Nazi for $80. $80, he'll send you a personalized message. So he made $1 million last year, or almost $1 million, doing $80 a pop. Right now, he may have gotten tips, may have gotten bigger requests or something like that. But like, say $80 divided by $1 million, you got to do something like 4,400 of these in a year, which people would be like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Not really. if you did this as your full-time gig, even if you didn't do it as your full-time gig, although if you're making nearly $1 million, it can be your full-time gig.
Yeah.
13 a day, 10 to 13 a day will get it done.
And someone like the Soup Nazi, it's such a it's a very closed shtick, right?
It is.
There's not a... You got to stop.
I'm sorry. I've never done that before.
God,
the last two shows in a row.
Into the mic.
I've never done that before. I don't know why I'm doing it now. It's a bad habit.
I'm going to start clipping my nails again.
And now it's a bad habit of doing it on the air. I apologize. But listen, you came to our cabin and we're kicking back.
I mean, it's a beautiful sound effect, but just catches you right off guard.
I know. It should be our neck cracking sound effect. Take that recording. I'm going
But yeah, it's a pretty easy gig for someone like the Soup Nazi.
No birthday for you. Yeah, people would be happy with that. Great.
That's all you would expect.
So I've heard some reviews on some of these cameos. Some people going all out, like really taking it seriously, and other people who are there to be like, well, this is, like their manager told them to go do it. Listen, you can charge $500, do 2 of them a week. You're fine. Like, they don't have to be that long. They're usually about a minute long. So the complaints have been that some people who are charging $25 are going all out. And other people who are charging $500 are like, yeah, hi, it's this, I'm just getting a coffee, happy birthday, hope you have a good one. It's like, that's not really worth it. I mean, it's worth that person's, it's worth for the time of that person, right? Because that's what they kind of draw, I suppose, but it's not great. If you spend $500 and someone send you a 10-second message, I'd be a little like, come on. Like, how long does this actually take you?
That's, perhaps a reminder to spend your money more wisely.
Well, at the same time, say, like, I mean, for example, if any of us were to do it, like, I know that I would feel like they spent $100 on me or whatever. I'd be like, I'd probably do them over and over and over again, being like, well, this is something that they're going to have on their phones or whatever for a long time. I should try to make it at least good. We've been watching a couple this morning, and there's some people who like really do like a performance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like, that's cool.
Some people take pride in their job.
Some people take pride in their job and
couldn't care less.
Other people could not care less. Other people are just trying to feed their Coke habit. But that's fine. That's Cameo works. And so I think that's what we'll get her for her birthday.
Yeah. You got some candidates for...
I do have some candidates.
Okay.
But I'm not going to say.
Okay.
It's got to be a surprise.
Yeah, it has to be a surprise.
But I mean, just for example, just in this one page, Mick Foley, Mark McGrath, the Soup Nazi.
You're looking in the bargain bin.
I am. There's a bargain bin on Cameo.
Right.
$100 or less.
Yeah.
This is the $5 DVD bin.
Reasonable. Yeah.
That's right. But some good stuff. Kurt Angle's in here.
Hey, Olympic hero.
There you go. Big hero. Andre Dawson, the Hawk.
Who is the most expensive cameo?
The most expensive cameo? Oh,
yeah.
Give me a sec.
Top of the list.
Top of the list.
Let me try and think who that would be.
500 plus, no results. Okay. No one's doing 500 plus? Really?
Wow.
I feel like
that's someone would.
I feel like that's not true. Because there's 550 on the front page. Drew Brees, $550.
Drew Brees?
Drew Brees
is the top cameo.
Top guy.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
A bit much.
I would have never guessed that.
I never would.
All right.
Either you can get Red Man for $160. Ernie Hudson, $135. But yeah, for whatever reason, the filter is not letting me. Oh, here's $500. Here we go. Don Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Steve Harvey, $750. Randy Jackson of American Idol fame, $750. Kevin O'Leary, the guy, the Mr. Nice, whatever, Mr. Jackass.
Kevin O'Leary from
Dragons.
Dragon's Den.
$1,200.
Yeah. $1,200.
Yeah.
Who would pay that?
The guy that's worth like $100 million. $1,200.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he almost ran for prime minister.
Yeah, great. That's coming. That's coming. We're going to see Trump economics and politics in the next election. We're not going to get it. $800 for George Foreman. Anyway, a lot of different people.
Election. We saw it in this last election.
I know. Chris Angel, $999. No thanks.
Wow.
Richard Dreyfuss, $999.
Huh.
These are crazy.
I can't imagine who would
Floyd
pay that.
Mayweather. You know what, Floyd? Piss off. You need like $75 million on your last terrible fight. No thanks.
Hey, you paid to watch it.
That I didn't. Someone else did. I just sat there. All right. So I think that's what we've narrowed it down. We have a candidate. We'll give you an update when we have this, have said cameo.
Very exciting.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast. Hey, it was early. What do you want from us?
And his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him.
Mornings in the cabin. Little Johnny Cash, the man comes around. Little ASMR from Johnny Cash, well ahead of its time to end off that song. I mean, it kind of does. You can kind of hear his lips smacking a little bit. You know what I mean?
You should hear the extended edition.
Yeah, right. Where he just continues to quote the Bible for hours.
Eats like 4 cans of ravioli.
Yeah, and Rick Rubin's in the sound says like, we just got to let him keep going. This is his last.
He's an artist.
He's an artist. If he wants to read the entire Bible, he can. We're not going to use it all. In fact, we won't use most of it. Wheeler Electric with you on your Monday morning. Mornings at the Cabin brought to you by Aurora Ford, Driving the North. Also, co-sponsor this morning of Blacksford Lake Lodge. We'll have Catherine Johnston talking to us a little bit later on about what's going on at Blacksford Lake Lodge this winter. I mean, we're post-Christmas. Time to start thinking about those winter staycations.
That's right.
I know a lot of you are thinking, hey, let's go to Hawaii or something. Cool. If you've got 4 weeks to kill, fine.
Yeah.
Just do that all you want.
Now that you've disappointed your loved ones with your unthoughtful gifts, it's time to turn your attention to some thoughtful local gifts.
Let's all keep it in mind though that when we do go on vacation in March, that we wanted to have everyone who did do that over Christmas lose their jobs and their livelihood. Let's just keep that in mind. Good news.
Some things never change.
Some things never change. Find this story up at cabinradio.ca, also on our Facebook page. Big news for Yellowknife's Makerspace. Moving into the After 8 bar. I may have known that before. But moving into the After 8 bar and also hiring a new executive director in the form of city councilor Julian Morse. Controversial pick.
Oh, just increasing that political red tape in Makerspace. Right. It's going to take them forever to get anything done now.
Or it'll take them even less time. Like, we got a friend on city council. We're doing fine. So, connected with Julian Morse, a little bit connected with Ryla Johnson too. So they've got all the heavy hitters on their side. But if you don't know what Makerspace is, it's going to be a public workshop, and innovation hub. This is their permanent residence now. It aims to build people's skills. I mean, Makerspace YK kind of explains itself. But they chose the ground floor of the building, at 5001 Forest Drive, opposite the CBC building, as it's centrally located, accessible, and easily reached using public transit. They want to keep it open to everybody, make it as accessible as possible for people to either renew their skills or find new ones, and become better at what they already know. So acquisition of the permanent home follows the November announcement, if you remember, that Makerspace will, over the next 3 years, receive $730,000 from the federal government and $154,000 from the GNWT. Really time to step up your game, GNWT. The feds are kicking your butt. Money is being used in part to create the new collaborative space, establish an industrial equipment and tool lending library. Very cool. And create 2 full-time jobs. Yeah. Congratulations to them.
Mm-hmm. Has the tool bus made its way there yet?
The tool bus has been having some issues.
Oh, is it still having issues?
I think it's an old bus.
Right.
And I think they found someone that they can kind of fix it and keep it on the road. It's such a cute little bus.
It's so cute.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. Very, very cool for them. Very, very cool for anybody who's looking to expand their skills. I mean, now they have a space to do it. You can go there. I need a hammer. Here you go.
Right.
I mean, probably more complex implements than that.
I haven't been by the tool bus's home recently this year.
Okay.
I know last winter, though, they had it kind of like snow barricaded in so that no one could possibly jump in and just steal the tool bus.
It made its home just outside of Niven there, pretty much. Yeah, that's where it was. That's where it was sitting, and it was on our lot for a little bit too. Yeah, I mean, they've just been kind of pushing ever forward and ever upward since they started. So this is amazing news. Nearly $1 million in funding, new permanent space, new executive director, and the adorable Julian Morse.
The adorable.
That's absolutely right. The man is a muffin. I love him. So congratulations to everyone there. Congratulations to Makerspace. Congratulations to Julian Morse. I'm sure he'll do a bang-up job, and maybe he'll have something to write about now.
Maybe he'll have something to write about.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know. He wants to write.
Oh, does he?
I think so.
He wants to be yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Renaissance man.
That's right.
He wants to
Renaissance
be an author.
Man. A real Yellowknifer.
Yeah.
That's right. With all the advantages of whatever. Go check out that story on cabinradio.ca. Find it on our Facebook page as well. And it's sad to see the After 8 go. It is. It's a good spot. I mean, it's been there for so long. Mm-hmm. When it did close, I was like, oh yeah, I went there probably a dozen times through the 30 years it was open.
Yeah. Another
one of our karaoke options.
Absolutely.
Years past.
Gone. Well, karaoke as an option is pretty much gone for the foreseeable.
I feel like Makerspace.
Well, I
do
mean,
karaoke.
Some people try to do karaoke right now. But what a great space for them. We look forward to seeing what Makerspace makes. Huh? All right. That's why I got into this game.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast was recorded before a sort of live, thankfully not in the studio, audience.
Mornings at the Cabin brought to you by Aurora Ford Driving the North. Also co-sponsored this morning by Blacksford Lake Lodge. And with this warm weather in mind, we wanted to talk to someone from Blacksford Lake Lodge about just what's going on down there as we head into the second half or denouement of winter. Is it the denouement? We're not quite there yet. I think March is. We got Catherine Johnston on the line. Catherine, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. This weather is awesome.
Absolutely. Is this too early for you? Most of our guests think that this is too early.
It's a little early for me, okay. I have to admit, but yep. I'll make it through.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us. And absolutely, I mean, this is the weather you want when you got a lodge out on a lake that you want people to come to during the winter. This mild weather, still enough, obviously, to get a little bit of snow and just have a lot of fun out there without being too bundled up. Tell us what's going on as we head into the first part of 2021 at Blacksford Lake Lodge.
Yeah, for sure. So you're absolutely right. This weather is perfect. We couldn't have asked for a better staycation winter weather package that Mother Nature has provided us. Mm-hmm. So we're really pleased about this. One of the great things we have going this winter is an awesome snowmobile trail from Yellowknife all the way to the lodge.
That's awesome.
It's been completely rolled and it's in great condition. And we are looking forward to welcoming snowmobilers of all abilities out at the lodge. It's a very doable day trip from Yellowknife itself or even from Reed if you wanted to shorten it a bit.
All right. So the snowmobile in package is starting at $165 per person per night. What a great trip. How long's the trip on snowmobile out to Blacksford?
I mean, it really depends on how fast you're snowmobiling.
I suppose.
We're just under 100 kilometers away from Yellowknife. Okay. So take that as you will.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough. On the notes I have here, so you got the snowmobile in packages, which sounds like a ton of fun. What sounds less fun to me, but I'm sure a daunting challenge and super fun to a lot of other individuals, a ski in, fly out package. Skiing in, it's 100 kilometers away.
Yeah, so I know. I am also surprised and not that great of a skier, but we have some amazing people that love to do this trip every winter.
Wow.
And we think more should do it. I mean, if you can ski well, if you're a proficient skier, if you've got your overnight camping gear, because it does normally require, a camp overnight in the middle.
Just one?
This is the perfect challenge for you.
Yeah. No, I'd probably be doing 3 or 4 days out, sleep for 3 days, and then fly right out. Not experience the lodge at all. Maybe try to
works.
Yeah, try to heave myself into the hot tub, which is running, by the way. It's in my notes here as well. You got the hot tub going, so that's going to be perfect for you ski in, fly outers. Of course, you got fly in, fly out packages available as well. And what else is going on? Winter activities, all kinds of winter activities. You got kick sleds, fat bikes, skating and hockey, cross country skiing, of course, snowmobiling, snowshoeing, ice fishing, hiking. You can do everything you want to do out there. Anything that's winter fun, you guys have covered.
Absolutely, we do. And we're adding to our repertoire this winter with a special food night.
Oh, very nice.
So the weekend of February the 19th, we have an authentic Italian menu going. So that Saturday from breakfast to dessert after dinner is going to be completely handmade, authentic Italian cuisine.
Beautiful.
So we'll be releasing that menu this week, and that should be pretty exciting. I think it's going to be great. The food out at the lodge is already amazing. And we did a poll. We asked Yellowknifers, and they said a food weekend would be a really fun thing, so we decided to give it a shot.
Awesome. That sounds like the perfect weekend. You ski in, probably not, fly in, or skidoo in, do the Italian weekend, maybe ski off to work off some of that pasta, I suppose. But the ski in sounds incredibly daunting. 100 kilometers, 1 night of camping? That sounds insane.
If you missed the boat on Valentine's Day, then it's right there.
Depends how fast you are.
That's right. I mean, there's some people out there that are pretty fast but it's cross-country skiing. I mean, you don't get that fast. That's a lot of skiing. Yeah, I mean, like Lecter just said, that pasta night, that special food weekend, going to be in and around Valentine's Day.
Just after, yeah.
It's the perfect time to ski 100 kilometers with the person you love.
Hey, why not? What brings you closer?
Yeah, than a near-death experience. That's for me. Obviously, that's just for me. A lot of people out there love to ski, see it out there all the time. I love the fact that there's so many ski trails around town now, and you got one all the way out to the lodge, which is so cool. Yeah, I mean, this just so much going on out at Blacksford Lake Lodge over the winter. Perfect staycation spot, as we know. Like even with the vaccine kind of rolling out, we're still going to have these restrictions in place. So I mean, you guys are providing a great deal and so much to do. And hopefully, if the weather keeps up, then I mean, you guys are going to be packed throughout the winter. We hope so. Anyway,
we do too. Yeah, I mean, it's a great chance for people to come out, have honestly a world-class tourism experience, and get away for a while, disconnect, pretend you're on a long holiday away.
Yeah, that's
Hop
right.
on a plane.
So you've got weekend packages. What do you have, like a week-long package? What other packages are you guys offering for winter staycations?
We do. So we have flights heading out to the lodge every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. Mm-hmm. So you can combine all different nights to make anything from 2 nights to 7 nights or longer if you wanted. We're already getting pretty booked up in March.
Good.
But we would love to see more people heading out next month. The weather's supposed to be awesome. And we have, like I mentioned, all sorts of different packages available. 2 nights to 7 nights. We have the snowmobile in, the ski in, fly out, fat bike in, fly out. That would be a new one.
Oh, wow.
We've had people ask, but nobody is committed to that fat bike yet. So,
that's a big one.
If you're interested, let me know.
That's a big one.
Come on, fat bikers.
Yeah, come on, you fat bikers. It's only 100 kilometers, for goodness sake. The skiers are doing it.
Exactly. The skiers are doing it. Come on, guys.
Yeah, don't let those skiers show you up, you fat bikers. Amazing. You guys are always offering such great experiences out at the lodge. And I mean, that doesn't change during the winter. Obviously, during February, we're going to see February and March, but February mostly, that's a great month for seeing northern lights as well. So obviously, primo spot to check out the lights. Now, tell me about this hot tub. Is this hot tub outside?
I mean, it's a pretty special hot tub.
Yeah.
So it is outdoors.
Beautiful.
It looks right over Blacksford Lake.
Wow.
Just a few steps away from the lodge, but you're out on a little point, and it is such a special thing. It's a favorite of guests and staff. So
yeah, awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah. Being able to be out there in the crisp night air, 100 kilometers away from town, which isn't that far, but far enough that you feel like you're away.
That's right.
Yeah. Awesome.
Away from the nonsense,
Absolutely.
Surrounded by beauty.
It doesn't get any better.
You know it.
As opposed to here, away from the beauty, surrounded by nonsense. Catherine, thank you so much for joining us so early this morning. I know we got you up a little early, but thank you so much for letting us know what's going on at Blacksford. So many cool things. Let people know how they can get in touch, how they can book a trip.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me.
Of course.
And our office can be reached by email, info@blatchfordlakelodge.com, or you can give us a shout at 873-3303.
Awesome. Wonderful. Catherine, thank you so much again for joining us. We love having you on. We love to have Blacksford Lake Lodge involved. I'm definitely going to take a look into this because, I mean, we were just talking about this last night, my partner and I, about how we made it through Christmas, and now we got to put our heads down and make it to mid-March somehow.
Now we got to figure something out.
Because Christmas was getting us through this. So maybe a little week-long or a weekend trip down to Blacksford Lake Lodge to enjoy some Italian food, some snowmobiling, and some hot tub. Sounds pretty perfect to me. Catherine, thanks so much for joining us.
Well, we'd love to have you, and you better start working on your skiing.
Training now. I don't know about any of that, Catherine, but thanks so much. You have yourself a good day.
Thanks again for having me.
Absolutely, no problem. All right. Catherine Johnston from Blacksford Lake Lodge, just giving you a few tips
and a few hints as to what's going on out there at Blacksford Lake Lodge for winter staycations. Wonderful stuff. I mean, so much going on. They got that authentic Italian culinary weekend coming up on the 19th to the 21st of February. And then winter activities, kick sleds, fat bikes, skating and hockey, cross-country skiing, snowmobiling, snowshoeing, ice fishing, hiking, bonfires, teepee, amazing food, stocked bar. There it is. Indoor handicrafts. And yeah, that hot tub is open. Beautiful stuff. You should, like Catherine was saying, they're pretty booked up for March, but if you're looking to do a little traveling in February, sounds like they got some open spots. So check it out. There it is.
BlatchfordLakeLodge.com.
Yeah.
And there's a nice handy little book now button right on the
there
right
you go.
side. Get
Beautiful.
on it.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Mornings at the Cabin brought to you by Aurora Ford, driving the north. Also co-sponsored by Blacksford Lake Lodge this morning. And you know what? We forgot to do something when we were talking to Catherine. No one's fault, Catherine. And AJ, really. They didn't let us know. But we want to thank Catherine for joining us again this morning. Always fun to talk to people who got that energy in the morning. Love it. But Blacksford Lake Lodge has a $100 giftie to give away. Now, Lecter and I have some contention about this because I believe that a contest should require some sort of something in order to win, especially $100.
A skill testing question.
A skill testing question. So I have overruled him. He said nothing. Just send us a comment. And you know what? I'm not having it.
No.
I want you guys to tell me, if anyone is actually listening, Mom, I want anybody to tell me for that $100 giftie, how long is it between, or what's the distance? How long is it? What distance? What is the distance between Yellowknife and Blacksford Lake Lodge? Now, we mentioned it several times during the interview because we were talking about how long it is to ski out to Blacksford Lake Lodge and how long it is to snowmobile, of course. Not talking flight time. We're talking on the ground. It's a nice, fat, round number. It's one of the roundest numbers, as a matter of fact. So there you go. There's your big hint. You send us in a comment, mailbox at cabinradio.ca, or send us a message at Mornings at the Cabin or on Cabin Radio and WT. There you go. You tell us how long it is between Yellowknife and Blacksford Lake Lodge. Win yourself that $100 gift certificate. And with like $165 a night, that's going to take care of most of one of your nights. Beautiful. I love it.
You're harsh.
Why am I harsh?
Because I wouldn't ask them to answer anything.
That's
just
not
send us a
harsh.
message.
It's $100, man.
Just put your name in the ballot box.
No, do something.
Well,
for goodness sake. This is how radio works.
Well, I suppose.
Well, we'll give you that skill testing question again in a couple of minutes. Tonight, though, you're going to want to get down to Sibley Park for one night only. An ice sculpture appears in Yellowknife. Ollie Williams had the story for you last night. Daryl Taylor. I mean, it could be Daryl.
It's Daryl.
Speaking gets and all, which we were off air and didn't talk to you about it. Daryl Taylor carved frantically through the weekend to meet a deadline of last night. Beautiful ice carving. Now we're not seeing as many ice carvings this year, obviously, because we haven't heard from Long John Jamboree yet, but we're assuming, because I mean the Snow King Winter Festival is not going forward as planned, so I'm imagining that Long John Jamboree is also canceled.
Yeah, I mean
it's right there
going forward.
It's going.
They're just not building a castle.
That's right. That's right. They're not building a castle. So I said going forward with it, just not as the same way.
Yeah.
All right.
But still, they'll have stuff.
So. By Monday night, this carving of two people at a polar bear situated where Frame Lake meets Samba K Park, just down a touch from NNSL, is expected to be gone. Taylor was understood to be hastily preparing the carving for a video to mark Winterlude, the federal government's annual celebration of Canada's unique northern culture and climate, which this year will be online only, of course. Normally there's a whole big place, and normally we do it here as well. Not going to do it as much. Some people already complaining that it's because the whole point of it going within a day is that you go down to see it, you see it quick, and you leave. They don't want people gathering.
Right.
Now, here's the thing about that. And now, obviously, this is not like this. We're just reporting what's being told to us. People were gathering for the fireworks, right? Like we're at a pretty specific place. We're at a pretty specific situation.
Yeah.
I feel like you can gather outside an ice carving without getting crazy. You know what I mean? It's not like people are going to be elbowing people in the face to get each other out of the way.
I don't know.
People were gathered for the fireworks.
People get pretty crazy.
So much gathered, in fact, that there were snowmobilers on the ice, on Frame Lake, doing quarter-mile runs, trying to that kind of garbage, and to the point where they got stopped and yelled out by parents because there were kids running around on the lake,
Right. And then there was snowmobilers, some snowmobilers coming up to watch the show and being very responsible. Others standing at one end of the lake and brapping like for a quarter mile across the lake as fast as they could possibly go to see if they can get it up on their skis. And it's really stupid.
Pretty
and there
cool.
were kids. Yeah, super cool. And there were kids everywhere. Yeah. So like gathering, I don't feel like is the issue right now. You know what I mean? Especially around an ice carving. So obviously there's a bit of contention. Like we got no cases, but we got to get rid of this thing, which kind of makes sense given the climate literally everywhere else. Here, keep it up for a few days, for goodness sake. You know, there's people that want to come catch these ice sculptures in May. You never know.
Yeah.
They come all times of the year.
They get awfully angry when they can't.
Why'd you knock these down? I was going to come see those in 6 weeks. So there you go. It's not clear when the sculpture will come down today. Hopefully it'll stay up for the day so you can go check it out during your lunch break or whatever, or maybe even this evening before someone smacks it down with a hammer. So Daryl, thank you for sculpting a little ice sculpture for us out in Sibley Park. It looks lovely. Beautiful shot of it by Ollie Williams here on cabinradio.ca. You can check it out there if you don't have a chance to take a look at it in person.
Went for a little ski around Frame Lake yesterday morning and actually saw the moment they put the polar bear's head on the sculpture.
Nice.
I was like, I feel special.
Oh, we got our first message right now for the Blacksford Lake Lodge $100 gift certificate.
Oh, hey.
Patty Garbett sent in an answer. I'm not going to tell you what it is because she's absolutely correct.
Okay.
So Patty Garbett, you've been entered into the draw. Are we doing it? I guess we got to do a draw, right? Unless she's the only one who enters, in which case, Patty, you're going to get that thing. But that's how you do it. Send us a message with the distance between Yellowknife and Blacksford Lake Lodge, and you will be entered into the contest to win that $100 giftie. And there you go. Spend some of your time at winter staycation.
So Patty's in.
Patty's in.
Okay.
And if you're in, go send us a message at mailbox. That's at cabinradio.ca, or send us a message on Facebook. And if you have a chance, go check out that beautiful carving down at Sibley Park by Daryl Taylor. Going to be on tonight. That's going to do it for Mornings at the Cabin this morning. Thank you all for tuning in, both of you. And thank you to Catherine Johnston and Blacksford Lake Lodge. And, of course, Aurora Ford Driving North, our title sponsor. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.